Okay, you guys, I want to give you a little bit of update on what's been going on. I know you saw my other video, and there's a lot to unpack and tell you guys. And I'm not going to do it all in this video. I'm just going to give you some highlights of some good news I just got. And so I'm at the truck stop because the dogs are running around and playing. They got some room to kind of do that. So excuse the noise if you can't hear me too well. But as you guys know, I've been dealing with this foot issue for 5 months now. I thought I had a sprained ankle. It was more than that. Found out I had a broke leg. Found out I needed surgery, so on and so forth. What you didn't know was they wouldn't do the surgery because they wanted roughly $45,000 for me to do the surgery. And that was at a discount. And so everybody's like, oh, try to get Obamacare, try to get Medicaid, try to get all those things. And none of those things panned out. It's like you make too much for this one and this one's going to cost you too much. And everybody knows that I'm a seasonal employee. So today, I got a phone call from the hospital because they scheduled my surgery anyway for next week. And they were like, okay, let's schedule it next week. And one lady was like, we're going to work with the financial assistants at the hospital and see what we can do for you because you can't keep walking around like this. It's just going to get worse. And so I said, okay. I talked with my current job and they're like, you know what? Don't worry about it. You need time off. We'll get you set up where you can work from the bed at home, doing Zoom calls and phone calls and visits like that. So I was like, okay, Lord, you working things out. And this morning, the lady calls and she's like, okay, about your surgery next week. I know you're self-pay, because that's what they have to put you in the computer is self-pay. I know you're self-pay, so we can't move forward until you pay the $45,000. And I'm like, I don't have $45,000. And she was like, well, can you pay, well, let's see what the financial department says. And then I stopped her and I said, well, what does that mean? Because even if they took it down, I still don't have thousands of dollars to pay to get my surgery up front. So does that mean I just have to cancel it? And she was like, unfortunately, yes, that's what that means. You're going to have to just cancel it. So, of course, my hopes are just dashed because I've been in this boot for, it feels like forever. My gait's getting worse. Walking is painful. I'm just irritated. I'm ready to be on the other side of this because we can't go hiking and walking. My stamina is like going to pot because my other leg hurts so bad after a while. And so I'm like, okay, well, if we have to cancel it, we have to cancel it. So pre-op called me and they were doing all these questions, and then anesthesia wants me to go and get blood work. So I called the lady back that called me that told me to go get blood work. I'm saying, hey, the finance lady said they're not going to do the surgery because I don't have the money. And even if they take it down and want money before, I don't have it. And so do you still want me to go get the blood work? She was like, no, but you can't stay like that. So let me see what I can do. Let me put out an SOS. So I was like, okay. So I hung up the phone and tears start kind of rolling down my eyes. And my friend from church called and he was trying to encourage me. And I got off the phone with him, and sometimes you just need time alone with the Lord. And so I'm like, Lord, you know I don't have any money. You know I didn't fall being foolish or doing anything silly. It was a pure accident. I don't have an exit plan out of this boot other than surgery. And but I trust you. I trust that if, that this caught me off guard, but nothing catches you off guard. So you can handle this where I cannot. And I kid you not, about 2 or 3 minutes later, the phone rings. And it's the financial assistant lady. And she was like, Erika, we're going to pay for your bill 100%. And we're going to backdate it to June. So it'll take away all your ER visits up to September, all your aftercare bills. And she was like, so don't worry, your surgery's paid for. Y'all, God is so good. I don't care what people say. I don't care what they say. It's been almost 5 long months I've been dealing with this and dealing with the pain. And I still got pain ahead of me because I got to get on the other side of the surgery, right? I got to go through the after part of surgery. But I serve a God who hears and who listens and who cares. And so I am beyond thankful that these people are going to help me like this. And they don't know me from Adam. They don't know I do YouTube videos. They don't know I work for the church or nothing. They're doing it because God put people in my way that were willing to help me, that made this possible. And so y'all keep praying for me, because surgery's next week. But I don't want to just share the sad stuff or the hard stuff. I want to share the triumphs too, the good stuff, so we can rejoice together. So y'all, my surgery's paid for. Next week is going to be that. I know everybody wants to know about the camper situation, and you got to stay tuned for that, because that's a whole nother video of how God is too good and worthy to be praised. And I'm going to do a video about that and let you know the outcome of all of that and what's going on. So stay tuned. If you're new to this channel, subscribe. Take the journey with us, because we're not done yet. And so leave us a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I love reading you guys' comment. And let me know what you think about my story. And let me know how God has blessed you like that. How out of the woodworks he do stuff just because he can, honey. Just because he can. Let me know how God has blessed you. Because it blesses me, and then it blesses everybody that reads it. So thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And stay tuned, because I got more good news to come.